Hello, this is a continuation of my case and condition. I'm rendered sometimes dumbfounded by the severe attack, negativity, oppression on me. I cannot explain. Every time I've tried to explain on Facebook, audio live streams. However, I've got some days to go, some weeks to go before I can go back on Facebook live stream. I'm restricted right now, so uploading videos of my audio. Uh, there's extreme negativity. I wake up, shock. Oh my God, oh my God. So doing things like this, the necessary things in this way, oh my God, what is this? So the oppression is inside, negativity, threats, a lot of psychological mess, feeling. My mind doesn't work, like what is this? I didn't want to be unjust, thinking of certain people who may have harmed me or not harmed me and are innocent. I cannot help it now, my mind. I've recorded, for the record, I've kept live streams on Facebook. There's a lot of negativity, and yeah, before I forget about this incident, shocking, another horror tragedy. In Canada, there's a place called London. I spoke about this news that I got when I woke up, and I couldn't make out, I couldn't see the whole video on YouTube about this attack, and a boy is in the hospital. So it was about a Muslim family being attacked in Canada. So I was wondering, I was confused. I correct myself that London and Canada. I didn't know there was a place called London in Ontario, Canada. So this is not what I would like. It's very shocking for me, and I couldn't talk about this. I couldn't even come here to correct myself. But I spoke about it a little bit in my first previous video somewhere of that day when the attack took place. It's a Muslim family that was attacked, unfortunately. Very, very sad. Oh, God. So I can't find words for that. And consolation. But Canada is really great to have had this interfaith walk, peaceful. The whole, whether it's the whole country or that part, they stood up and against these, they've called it a terrorist attack on this poor Muslim family. Sorry, a silent, shocking for the shock I'm in. So I don't have this energy to retain any, to take the grief of some people. And I might get strength later. I feel very weak right now. So whatever came to my mind right now, I'm recording it for the record, keeping it on YouTube now until they open the Facebook for me, allow me to do the live streams there. Sorry, I didn't want to trouble people. Can't find that goodness inside of me. I'm struggling with some evil force, and I'm really messed up. And if I get angry, it makes me very furious. Oh God. So please forgive me and overlook a lot of things like went against me. I don't know what this is. Okay, and so recently, another very, I felt that God had played a cruel joke. No, sorry, that life had played a cruel joke on me um, with the case on, this Sheikh of Abu Dhabi, Mubarak al-Nayan. So Kashmiri, he looks like if he had grown up, if of course he's grown up now, Safdar's younger brother. So I don't know what this is. I did speak out about this, but didn't get any this saying that he's not or he is or whatever like that from Abu Dhabi. He looks like my father's family had a servant in Karachi, old house, when they were all there. Safdar's younger brother. And okay, I'm being attacked, and so I will not be able to complete my sentences, and very flustered. So please, just gathering myself. It's difficult, it's a struggle. And when I get up, the attack is most harsh at times, mostly. So they have attacked and they're making me notorious, making those I love notorious. Yeah, because I remember when my father was looking for someone on TV, he said there are these spiritual healers. He found numbers before I came to Dubai, a year ago or 2 years, I can't remember exactly when, in Pakistan, Karachi. So they were now saying that I had a disbelieving teacher or someone in college, or so they were putting it on. I guess they were trying to insinuate that either Miss Dissa was bad or another teacher, latest, would be the principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar. And I don't know where out of the blues, like, I would suspect my principal, Mrs. Munira Gulzar, the ex-principal of St. Joseph's College, Karachi. And it became very bad Thursday nights. Like, it's Bibi Fatma Zahra, and your principal is this. And then I would also abuse her and curse her. To my shock, later on, I would give some money, for the the abuse and curse, especially the curse on her and her family. It's not me. That's what they told me, but I want to say, no, it's me. And a lot of evil I felt. And my body, they attacked a lot. During sleep also felt currents. And all, please forgive me, I don't know what I'm doing. Brian Adams. So they might want me here in Dubai. I knew that they would do something to make me go against the sheikhs. Also, if I appealed, or they would kill the sheikhs or harm. And I can't explain in detail, but I'm just saying this, and my tone is increasing. I can't control this. So Yeah, so about, I don't know what cruel joke is this, that there was, I didn't start this actually, there was allegedly a sexual attack thing, um, case against this Sheikh of Abu Dhabi, and so my doubts have increased against UAE. He's much, much older in age. I checked on Wikipedia, but he looks like Safdar's younger brother. And do you know, so that is one thing I'm trying to connect, trying to find a connection. This Kashmiri, Punjabi psychologist pioneer in Pakistan, Dr. Feroz Ahmad, lied, and they had a magazine. In the magazine, I think it was a foreign magazine. So I was waiting to see Mrs. Eva Hassan, who was doing her thesis PhD from this clinical psychologist institute, psychology institute, Dr. Feroz Ahmad's. They had kept a magazine there against the Jews, that the Jews were celebrating celebrities. Like, Brooke Shields, some side of her mother or father, most probably her mother, Jewish origins. And Bette Midler, like I know Bette Midler, Barbara Streisand, these celebrities. So they were mentioning names, and they had a picture there that they were popping champagne and celebrating somewhere where the Muslims were killed. They were not only celebrating their victory, the Jews, but that the killing of the Muslims. But I see more evil, and I don't know how much evil is there in the Jews. We lived in a Jewish neighborhood in London. I didn't. There was one suicide, but the husband and wife were old, and her husband, he only jumped out of the window and killed himself. It was tragic, but they didn't harm us. I was playing loudly, this, that. They stopped complaining against me. Because once, with the ball hitting the garage tin kind of this thing, gate, it would make us a lot of sound. Even if we play, there were only two of us, my brother and I. So that's why then they stopped complaining. They let me play out. I was very active in London, in my neighborhood, playing tennis, wall tennis, so all this on the other side. But they were very quiet and very, nothing evil about them. The Jewish community in London, in the neighborhood we lived, was Jewish. So I don't know what this is. And so I don't know. So I flip, again, I was like, what is this? They're telling me that he's Safdar's younger brother. I'm not sure. Yeah, and recently they sent someone, like a local, after Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid's death, Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum's death. And there's a certain number on his date, not the year, that goes with what I have here. So like that, they want to harass and make me go against the sheikhs. So he looks like Manzoor. Later on, when I was calling him on the Facebook Messenger, I saw his eyes, and they're also saying, yes, he is, you're right. he's Manzoor. So these people were very bad, very, very dirty people, very vile children molesters, very vulgar. So in Pakistan, my experience was that the evil that we have is from our own creation, their upbringing, very, very terrible, very vulgar. It is not foreigners, it's us. I'm trying to connect with how could a servant of ours, Safdar's younger brother, become a sheikh of Abu Dhabi? Or am I in a deluge? But the thing is that when this case of sexual assault came out by a British lady on Channel 4, then they made me realize, don't you? The eyes, the eyebrows, the jaw, is more prominent. Safdar's brother, can't remember his name, Badam or something like this. They were Kashmiri Shias. So I'm very, very scared. I got very scared here. But I said, let them kill me, let them harass me. If this is the case, I will, I started to, inside I was like, you're a bastard and all this. Right? I was abusing this sheikh, thinking he's Haftar's younger brother. And how could Abu Dhabi do this and betray me? Like, who am I? Forget me, right? But I cannot hold myself back from this. I'm compelled to abuse. And, what's the use of abusing now? What's the use of saying bastard to someone who has played with my honor? And what's the use? What's the use? I know this thing, but I don't listen to another part of me. What's the use of abusing now? He's got it big, or maybe UAE has helped him. I don't know what this Kashmiri UAE connection could be. I'm sorry. I don't want to humiliate Badnaam people, make them notorious. I already had someone making me notorious in my life. And putting false blame on me, false accusations. This happens in Pakistan against political families, each other. The tragedy of the Bhutto family, Nusrat Bhutto especially. Nusrat Bhutto. Her son Shah Nawaz was killed through poison. What a tragedy. And you see the shak, the suspicions and all this against each other. Families, Murtaza Bhutto Shaheed against, his sister, or sister against this thing they're doing. So this is happening in the Muslim world. It was happening in it. The Muslim world is letting itself bleed itself. And I don't know what this is. So only because I've lived with the Jews in London and I know they are very civilized, level-headed people. Our neighbor had made a car with, he himself made a car with remote control. He would bring it out and play. They do these creative things in their lives. They don't bother anyone. I gave my kitten to my neighbor. But my kitten could not get along. When I went afterwards, she told me, my neighbor, I gave my kitten to my Jewish neighbor. And she knew this thing, Holiday Inn Swiss Cottage, right? So she told me that my poodle, my dog, she always had this poodle, I know, couldn't get along with your kitten that you gave me. And she's safe, sound. She's enjoying herself in Holiday Inn in Swiss Cottage. So I went walking there. She said, you can go and see her. She had become a big cat, and sitting there at the reception table. So I can trust these Jews with my kitten, with an animal. I gave her. She said, sorry, my poodle could not get along with this kitten of yours. So I gave it to my friends who are the owners, or he's a manager, or she, manager in Holiday Inn Swiss Cottage Hotel. And there in Pakistan, you can't trust someone with your own life. You can't trust the servants. You can't trust anyone. Our gardener in London, no, nothing like that. We could say, hello, Mr. What was his name? I've forgotten. We could say hello, and he would come. He wouldn't molest us, I think. Left, right, and center in Pakistan, like in Karachi. I have no words. I can't. So, sorry, I'm going to. I have no words for these people in Pakistan. You create your own evil. And the Dr. Ahmed, the magazine there, I think now in retrospect they actually made a magazine, a fake magazine. I don't know about the American Jews, but I know that the British Jews would not be celebrating the killings of Muslims elsewhere, wherever it was. I have forgotten, I was reading the article, but somewhere the Muslims were killed. I can't remember exactly where, or whether the place was mentioned or not. Okay, and now, so there's a lot of negativity. I can't tell you how oppressed I feel, but it doesn't show. Like when you see me, you say, no, you are normal, and all that. No. Now you can hear it from my voice. I was speaking to someone, and I couldn't. I had to give the phone back to my brother. I was exhausted. I can't walk, I can't shop. For my own, grocery, I have to struggle. A lot of anxiety. I get panic struck, lot of negativity. They're trying to get me against the sheikhs. So there's a Mansoor also, look-alike, Tariq Masood alias, or there are fake things going on. In Pakistan, now they've brought Mansoor, which is shocking, chilling, and on top were he's raped your principal. Voices were coming, so I gave him abuse left, right, and center. Look, I abused, but I did not harm him, in the sense that, okay, I said, kill this bastard. But, my brother was telling me that I have some people in Pakistan, I can pick him up. कोई भी आपको आंख उठा के देखेगा, मैं उसकी आंख निकाल दूंगा. I will take his eyes off. If someone looks at you in a bad way, so I said, no, let it be. Then when he was saying his whole family I can pick up, I was like, no. We don't do these things. At the end, we stop. We have a limit. Although it may seem to you that I've abused so badly, that comes from the bad upbringing. I know I put such phrases there. But I had to because, you see, I wanted to see when he will have any self-respect and stop. And then I made some terrible live streams on Facebook against his mother and his nanny and all this. Because I can't take, you see, what they did to me, it's okay, but what what was with the principal? Because the time they told me about this woman, they had, I mean, like, terrible, vulgar thing. They brought the blood out and all this. Telling a child, both of them, Safdar's younger son. Oh, sorry, if I keep saying Safdar's younger son, please forgive me. It's Safdar's younger brother. And there's Manzoor, and he really does look like Manzoor, Tariq Masood. On Facebook, he came on Facebook. On my page, St. Joseph. And in the beginning, I've been harassed by these Pakistani men, so I cannot take strangers. And he said that I pray that you get well and all this. But if it was a decent man, I would have taken it. I also said sorry, because I gave a lecture on my audio live stream and he came. Like, who is he? I didn't have glasses on to see. I thought he was sending laughing emojis. I was like, what, you who don't have a heart, you Pakistanis come there and this and that. So I apologized to him in the messenger. Then he started to, God knows, where he said he doesn't care what my condition is. It's like, you are praying for me, my mother prayed, my aunt has gone to pilgrimages. No, you are a Shia. Later on, he was saying. But whatever he was saying, the point here is that I was being told that he's Manzoor. Look at him. His eye, yeah. So I can't take it for some time. I'm giving myself a break from this Manzoor look-alike and sound-alike. He even sent a voice message that I've shared here on my YouTube. So all this haunting back, coming back to me, these men, I don't know, there's a woman. I was told, I don't know whether a woman or a man, but there's someone after us. And they want us to become bad women, bad girls. So someone found out and was doing special prayers we call amals for us. She was saying that, oh my God. So only someone very, very I don't know what, could go deep and find out the ID of this person and what this person was doing. So they told me, if you see what this person was doing, you would go crazy. Like, you won't be able to take all this perversion. And I can see a perversion hitting me bad in my vision, the sending bad things. That also got me on my body now. Pressure is on. So I'm struggling and with my last ounce of energy. Even though I've woken up now, I don't have the energy, full energy. So who's this very vulgar, vile person who wanted us to go bad? I don't know. So I've been guessing and suspecting people. So ठोस सबूत नहीं है, the proof, evidence. I'm trying to connect things, like, is it the Kashmiri? Or who is it? My father's mother. She passed away in year 2000, but who is this behind all this? Sometimes it comes on my father, sometimes his sister, or God knows. or is it a Punjabi? I don't know. I won't be able to now accept any proof because sometimes it's this. How many people are involved in this group? They're terrible. They are evil, downright evil people. So another thing is, okay, I'll just try to get off this topic for a moment. That this ample evidence now, although you may say this is guesswork, but we have to guess where Makkah and Medina, and that now I watched Dan Gibson's documentary movie film on Petra being Makkah. So I'm confused. Like today also watching the movie. No, sorry, watching another of Dr. J. Sira. His own, no, sorry, his channel is different. It's a P5 something, Fender or something on YouTube. So there's another evidence coming. Theologically, maps are made where Makkah could be in the north by another Joe, Mr. Joe. And so we have to guess these things and how we've been lied to or not properly. Investigation was through our religious scholars taken, made like they did not investigate properly about this. And we are told Abbaside, they transferred all this Makkah, Medina thing in this South Arabia, and it can't be in Arabia. There's no evidence that it was in Arabia. So I was looking at the new evidence that's been shared by Mr. J and Mr. Joe, and I was like, oh my God, breaking for, I have to say goodbye to Islam. Yeah, still it is painful for me that someone could lie to me like this. Someone could lie to some about it's very, very shocking because, whenever I remember that time when I had doubts and I was told, then why would in the Quran there be curses on liars, and why would how Imam Hussein, who gave his life to save Islam and humanity, like if you save Islam, you save humanity, and the right guide, that makes sense, like the right guide who would not be selfish and who would sacrifice his children for us, protect the truth, because the truth can set us free. So we would get the benefits to live a prosperous, happy life. He sacrificed. So how could Imam Hussein do this, or his grandfather do this to us? A lie, when there are so many curses. Imam Hussein sacrificing his children, his women folk, and all this. So that's still a shock, but there's ample evidence coming from the foreigners. I don't think they're lying to us. And if we can, we have very little evidence for Islam, for where Makkah was or Medina. And they make more sense than us. So they've said, if you have evidence, now there was some evidence of this letter that was given to them, but it's wrong. It's forged. It's of a later date. So their evidence is more substantial and makes sense. See, if the hand of Prophet Muhammad, then the hand of Prophet Muhammad could have been in the Quran, in all the hadiths. His hadiths should have been there. So things like this, I have to, I'm in a religious crisis. I still keep telling myself that you have to say goodbye. I can't say completely, like say goodbye to Imam Hussein. I'm in a shock. And in this condition, of course, like my heart was gone, sank. So, and my life is a sinking ship. I don't know who's done this to us. I apologize. I made a video. I mentioned in the title, I've mentioned His Highness, Sheikh of UAE. I apologize. I don't want to trouble anyone or make life difficult. I don't know what I'm doing. So please forgive me. And I know I've missed some things here. I will upload another video later on or soon after this. I will keep going. Thank you so much.